Hi everyone, and welcome to my live creative time today. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Thank you for bearing with me this morning. Oh my goodness, we had technical issues. My screen was locked in portrait style, and so when I flipped the camera on its side, which is how I film, it wouldn't flip. So the portrait lock actually wasn't on, but I had to restart my phone. And I found that I also had a whole heap of apps running in the background, so I had to close all them down. So it pays to restart your phone every once in a while. So thankfully everything is going well now. So thank you all so much for joining me today. I have got a really cute project for you. Now, while I'm waiting for everybody to finally see their notifications that I have finally gone live, I'll just bring this up on my other devices so that I can see everyone's comments. So let me just refresh these screens and bring this up. There we go, all good on that one. And we'll refresh over here on the computer. So as you're jumping on, say hi, let me know that you're here. What's everybody up to today? Hopefully you are all having a lovely day. Oh, I thought I turned that off. There we go. Fantastic. All right. Oh my goodness. What a way to start the day, hey? It's all good. I feel like my lighting's not quite right today too, so I'll just tweak that a little bit if I can. I need to bring that down a bit lower, I think. Is that a bit better? It's hard to tell because usually when I film on Mondays, it's in the afternoon, so the lighting is a bit different. And then when I film on Thursdays, it's in the morning. And so, yeah, the light is a bit different coming in the window, and it sort of throws things. And anyway, it's all good. Hey, Dimity, how are you today? Lovely to have you with us. Thanks for joining me. All right, so as I was saying, I have got a really cute project for you today, and we are making a fancy fold. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Now, let me tell you about a couple of things before I jump into that. There's a couple of new things that you may have already discovered. So Stampin' Up! Has got a new section in the online store, which is the online exclusives. So if you haven't checked it out, go to the online store and have a look at those. There's some brand new products that have been released. There's also some that have returned, and then you'll also see the kits there as well, because they feature in the kits section, but they will also be shown in the online exclusives. And the branded merchandise as well will be there as well. But check out all those beautiful new products. There's so many. There's stamp sets, there's bundles, there's dies, there's the suite, the Hello Irresistible suite that I had been playing with over the last few weeks. So you might remember I'd made some lovely cards with those. We did the bridge fold card. We did another one. Oh, we did a couple actually. I think I've made about 4 or 5 cards already with that. And some of which I had shown on Facebook Lives. So you've probably seen some of those. So check that out. Also too, we've got a brand new kit, which is the Colourful Kaleidoscope, and this one is gorgeous. I'm going to pop that one on my next order. So that's a really beautiful kit, and that makes 9 cards. It only shows 2 of them there actually with the envelope, and there is a third one as well, a third design. So check that one out as well. That is a really beautiful kit. Now with the online exclusives, just jumping back to those, these are items that you will not find in any catalogue. They're just going to feature in the online store, which is why Stampin' Up! Has created a new section called Online Exclusives. And that's where all those new things will sit. So be sure to check them out. There's some really, really nice products in there. And we've got the cute rhinos as well. Did you see that one? There's a cute rhino bundle, which is adorable. It's called Rhino Ready, I think it's called. It's really, really cute. I think that one's going to be very popular. Hey, Brenton, how are you? Great to see you today. We had a little bit of, I was just saying before, we had a little bit of technical issues today. I had to restart my phone and everything because the camera wouldn't flip. And I was stuck in portrait mode. So I had to restart everything and close down all my other apps that were running in the background, and all those things. So, but we're all good now. So what's everyone got on today? Are you, not got on as in what are you wearing, but got on as in your activities today? Is anyone doing anything exciting? Are you going to craft along with me, or are you just watching today? Let me know in the comments. All right. Now, before we jump on into the project today, if you missed my Monday live, be sure to go back and watch the video later on if you can. I made a beautiful scrapbooking layout, and it's the first traditional scrapbooking layout that I have made in over 15 years. So it was a little bit daunting, but I was happy with how it turned out. And I scrapbooked the photos of our very cute little puppy, Callie. And she featured in our video. She did a little welcome, and then she did a little farewell as well. So be sure that you are that you check that out. You're just watching today, Dimity? That's okay. Oh, good. Yeah, so be sure to check that one out. Also too, if you're watching over on YouTube, thank you so much for watching over on my YouTube channel, and feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll see the red subscribe button down the bottom below the video. And if you click on the subscribe button, be sure to click on the little bell icon as well, so you can choose how you would like to be notified when I upload new videos. And anyone who hasn't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, that's watching here on Facebook, feel free to jump over there to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. I'll be so grateful for that. That really helps me, and that will be awesome. Oh, hi Zana, how are you? Oh, early morning for you in the UK. Great to have you here. Thanks for joining. Brenton said he's got his online exclusive items today. Oh, they arrived. That's awesome. And you have your team member coming around to learn some basics. Oh, that'll be great. That sounds like a great day. So a little bit of team time, and then some crafting by the sounds of it, Brenton. Sounds like a great day. I spent a little bit of time with a couple of my team members yesterday. We caught up for coffee and had a lovely morning. Well, coffee was actually breakfast for me. So I had my breakfast. They had their coffees. Yeah, so it was very early in the morning for me. But I came home and had a little nap afterwards. Oh, 12:20 a.m. It is very early in the morning for you, Zana. Oh, well, hopefully you'll be able to get to bed soon, and perhaps you can catch this on the replay. If it gets a little bit too late for you, feel free to come back and catch the replay. I will totally understand. So I did that yesterday. So that was really, really lovely. It was lovely to get out and, have some nice food and just spend some relaxing time catching up and having a chat, which is always great. There was something else I was going to mention, but it's gone out of my mind, but that's okay. It'll come back probably at some point. Let me tell you about my upcoming class. I have got the Playing in the Rain Fancy Fold class. And the registrations for that are going to close on next Tuesday, the 14th of March. So I have a full class option as well as a PDF only option for those of you who may either be demonstrators or you may be watching from overseas. That PDF option is available for everyone globally, so I can send those PDFs overseas. So I'll pop the link up here in the comments, and that'll take you to the and it will also be in my links that I'll put in the details of this video, both here on Facebook and on YouTube. And on that link you can read all the information about the class, and then if you would like to join in, you can complete the registration form that is attached there to that information. So I'll just pop that down in the comments now. If you'd like to have a look there, you can do that, or you can come back later. So also too, I just wanted to remind you that if you are shopping with me, to use my March host code. So it is now, what is the date today? I don't even know what date we're on. What date are we on? No, that's April. We're up here, March. The 9th. It's the 9th of March already. Oh my goodness. How did it get to the 9th already? Oh, Thursday the 9th of March. Well, there you go. Here's my March host code. If you're shopping with me, be sure to use that. And with orders over $75, I will send you a thank you gift for shopping with me. And every order receives a thank you card. So, and if there's anything I can do for you, if you have any questions or you need any help with ordering, then please feel free to get in contact with me. I'll pop my shopping link that has the host code attached to it in the description as well. Oh, sorry, in the comments as well, in case you want to check those out. And remember to check out those online exclusive products as well when you're over there in the online store. All right, let me just check. Oh, if you haven't subscribed yet to my newsletter, then please feel free to subscribe to my newsletter so that I can keep you updated each week with the latest Stampin' Up! News, my classes, creative inspiration, and all different sorts of good stuff. So check that one out, and I'll pop that one in the comments as well. Lots of links are going in the comments, but I will also put them in the description. So don't worry if you miss them in the comments. Because, of course, this is... well, hang on a minute. Oh, I clicked on the wrong button. 2 secs, please. We'll just go back over here and grab that again. There we go. And jump back over here. Try that now. There we go. Okay, good. All right. So that is everything. So yeah, so this class, beautiful projects. There's 4 fancy fold cards in this class. So today we're going to be playing with the Playing in the Rain products, and we're going to make a fancy fold card, but it's not one of the fancy fold cards in the class. So if you are joining in with the class, this is going to be an additional project for you, and yeah, so it's a really fun fold, really fun fancy fold card. So, all right, so I'll pop those over to the side. We're going to be, oh, I didn't grab my my catalogue. I'll grab my catalogue out in a moment so that I can show you, if you have your paper catalogue, where you'll find these products so you can look at those. All right, I'll flip the camera down first and we'll get that set up ready on the desk. Let me just move my keyboard out of the way. There we go. All right, bear with me. I'll cover up the camera so I don't make you all dizzy. And we'll flip. And I'll just get this set up ready. Here we go. Oh, that was squeaky today, wasn't it? I think maybe I need to, well, I don't know, maybe if I oiled them, they might actually not hold my camera. So I was going to say maybe I need to oil them because they're so squeaky, but maybe not. All right, now I think that's not straight today. So we'll get that straightened up. I'll adjust the cameras. I mean the lights. We've adjusted the camera. There we go. Adjust those, and I'll just grab my catalogue so I can show you where we are, what we are playing with today. Oh, I need to move my grid paper up. We have got grid paper down today just to protect my desk, and it's such pretty grid paper. I thought I need to use up my pretty grid paper. There we go. All right. So, oh, I'm working over to the left a little bit today. Actually, let's take that back over to the right just a tad. There we go. Otherwise, I feel like I'm working almost off the desk. So the products that we're going to be using today are from the Rain or Shine suite. This is such a beautiful suite, and I did use this suite on Monday as well for my scrapbooking layout. So if you saw that video, you would have seen me use some of those products. Oh, hi Sharon, how you going? Great to see you today. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, so you can find these on pages 50 to 51 in your mini catalogue, and you'll see them there. And that'll give you all the details about all of the products. You can purchase the products individually. You can purchase the stamp set and dies together as a bundle, which then you'll save 10%. So I always recommend that. Or you can get the entire suite. And if you want to get the entire suite, there is one code over here that you can enter in, and that will put everything from the suite into your cart. But remember that I have got the class coming up too. So as part of the class, some of these products are included in the class. So be sure to check that out. And I'm just going to set my do not disturb on because I forgot to do that. There we go. Thankfully I can do that from my watch now. So that's what we're playing with. Hey Chitska, how are you? Great to see you today. All right, so we have got a fancy fold card, and this is one that one of our team members who's on here today, Dimity showed us how to make this on Saturday in our team gathering. And I'm not sure, it's a gatefold card. It's a type of gatefold card, but I'm not sure of what it's actually called. I think it looks like a diamond gatefold card, but that's what I'm calling it. I don't know if that's the actual name for it. But it kind of opens like this, and excuse my scrappy instructions in there. I do have other ones written up for today, but that's how it opens, like that. So it's really, really fun. And let me show you the actual project that we are creating today. It's super adorable. Here it is here, using the Rain or Shine Sweet products. How cute is this? So adorable, with our little turtle that reminds me of Franklin. And it opens like this. And we've got the scene ongoing inside. So I've left the very center, oh, I've got my instructions there, I'll just remove those. I've left the very center plain because I've used the thick basic white, and then that way you can just write on there. If you want to add extra layers in there, you can, but I just thought there's so much else going on this card and so many other layers. I was just going to leave that white and just simply write my message in there. So how cute is that? So thank you so much to Dimity for showing us how to create this card. But yeah, this is what we're going to be creating today. So because there's so many little bits, to make it quicker, I have already cut out all of the little pieces. Okay, so basically we're just going to be assembling today. I'm going to show you how to assemble this card. So, all right, let's get started. We're going to need our trimmer. I'll just pop the card over to the side at the moment, out of the way. We're going to need our trimmer, and we're going to start with a full sheet of A4 cardstock. Okay, so this is A4 thick basic white. And, oh, Zana said sweet card. Thank you, Zana. You're growing to like this bundle a lot more, Zana. Yeah, it's really cute. It's really adorable. And there's so many things you can do with it. And the paper is gorgeous. The paper is just, yeah, so cute. Sharon said, cute. I just got my collection of this today. Oh, perfect, Sharon. Oh, hopefully I might give you some more ideas with it today. Fantastic. All right, so this is a full sheet of A4 cardstock. Now, if you are overseas, I'm sorry, I don't have the metric conversion, because the imperial conversion, because your cardstock is a different size to ours. Ours is A4, and yours is, if you're in America or some parts of Canada, I think too, use letter size cardstock. So yours starts with a different size to begin with, but you might be able to alter the measurements to suit your size and be able to, yeah, work out how to do that. Sorry, I don't have the measurements for you guys. So this is metric measurements. So what we're going to do to begin with is we are going to cut this card in half at 10.5 centimeters. Okay. Now this is the thick basic white. It's a lot stronger than the regular basic white. Okay, so there we've got our piece. Now we want the length to measure 28 centimeters. So you can either extend your arm and cut this at 28 centimeters, or you can just take off 1.7 centimeters, which is, because this is 29.7 centimeters. But for ease of explaining it, I'll show you how to trim it at 28. So just open up the extension arm on your trimmer, take your cardstock to 28 centimeters, and then just trim off that excess. Okay, so now it measures 28 by 10.5. All right, now we're going to move our cutting blade away, and we're going to just use our scoring blade, and we're going to score at each end. Okay, so we're going to score at 7 centimeters from the left hand side. So give that a good scoring. And then we're going to flip the cardstock around to the other side, and we're going to score at 7 centimeters on that side as well. Okay. All right. So when you have your piece, and I'll grab out my bone folder actually. I'll grab my bone folder. So I'll flip that over so we've got the mountain fold on the side that we're going to fold in, and we're going to fold on those score lines. There we go. And your two pieces should meet beautifully in the middle. Okay, so I have to give a shout out to Chitska as well, because Chitska, who's here with us as well this morning, Chitska altered some of the measurements as well, and these are the measurements that Chitska gave us as well. So you can make these in all different sizes. You can make them with a little gap in the middle so that when you fold your two sections over, you have a little border between the two triangles. But I wanted mine to sit exactly over the top of each other. So I've gone with these measurements. All right, so that is our card base ready to go. And we might just burnish that a little bit more. Let's turn it over and burnish it from the other side too. There we go. All right, so that's our card base. Now we need to create our squares. Okay, so we're going to create the squares for the front, and then we're going to create all of the DSP as well, all the DSP panels. But we'll do our cardstock first, and then we'll do our DSP. All right, so this little strip, hang on to that, because you can use that for another project for stamping your sentiments and stuff. So yeah, keep all of your little scraps. All right, for the Balmy Blue, we have got a card front piece of Balmy Blue. So this one just measures 10.5 by 14.85. And I notice it's got a little bit of a mark on this one. That's okay, we're going to cover it up. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut this to, we're going to cut two squares, which measure 7 by 7 centimeters. Okay, so I'll first of all measure 7 centimeters this way, and we'll cut that. Okay, saving our strip for another project. Turn it long on the long side and cut that at 7 centimeters. Okay, so that's our first square. And then we're going to trim this other square at 7 centimeters. Oh, and the only reason I flipped that around is because there was a mark on there, and I thought, oh, maybe that'll trim off, but no, it won't. That's okay. It'll be covered up. Okay. So we've got our two pieces that measure 7 by 7 centimeters. All right, now we need another piece of basic white so we can bring out that piece that we had before. And, oh, I think I've already got those cut actually. Yes, I already have those cut. So they're in my little pack of pre-cut stuff. So then you'll cut two more squares of basic white so you can use that other piece. And these ones measure 6.5 by 6.5 centimeters. So then you can cut those. So then they will layer nicely inside these squares. And then we're going to put them on a diagonal so that they're like a diamond shape. Okay, or sort of like a diamond shape. So then you'll have a nice layer like that. Okay, so 7.7 centimeter square in the Balmy Blue, and then 6.5 by 6.5 in the basic white, or this is thick basic white. Okay, so that saves us a little bit of time. Let's pop that over to the side. Now, another thing I did too was I cut, did I write the measurements for that? No, I didn't. I cut a little square of green cardstock. So this is I've gone blank. Pear Pizzazz, that's the one. Pear Pizzazz. Oh, blank, goodness me. 4 by 4 centimeters, and we're going to be tearing this one and using this to create some grass, okay? So that's an extra little square that you'll need as well. All right, so for ease of, well, not ease, but I guess to make the preparation a little bit quicker, I've already cut my layers of designer series paper. Now let me show you the designer series paper pack. I'll just put all my little bits to the side. And we have got lots of little pieces. I'll just put these to the side as well. I'll tell you about the sizes of those. So this is the designer series paper, but as you can see, mine has been very well loved. And so this is all I've got left. And you can see that mine is very chopped up. I've got lots of little bits and pieces in here too. Okay. So usually I show all the products at the beginning, and I totally forgot to get them out. I mean, I showed you in the catalogue, but I didn't show you the physical products in my hand. So we've got lots of raindrop paper, and there's beautiful patterns on the backs of those. You've got pattern sheets that have got the little characters on, and that's some of what we're using today, which you can fussy cut. Now, some of them do coordinate with the dies as well, but look how fun all these papers are. I love this one. This one's awesome. You can actually create one that looks like this yourself with your own cardstock and inks and splashing a little bit of water on them and then dabbing the water off to give you that kind of look. Raindrops. Some of these little characters will die cut out with the coordinating dies. And then we've got these little ones, the piggy and the little doggy. And then we've got some more of these. But as you can see, like really fun designs on them. But yes, as you can see, mine have been very well loved, and this is all I have left. So I might need to get some more, to do some more scrapbooking pages, I think, too. That's what I was saying to Amber last night. I think I need to order another pack of that paper. All right, so that's the, that's actually not in the, that's the packet. The Rain or Shine 12 by 12 designer series paper pack. Not sure why that one's, it's got another printed thing on the back there, which is interesting. I didn't realize that. All right, so I'll pop those back in as best as I can. Right, okay. So also too, we have the Playing in the Rain stamp set. Now we're not using the stamp set a whole heap today. We're only using it for the sentiment today, but they are gorgeous little characters and they're the same images as some of the images on the paper. And so of course we have the dies, and the dies will die cut those animals from the designer series paper as well as the stamped images. And the clouds as well, and the flowers, and then you've got some additional dies in here as well. You've got, oh, and you've got the little umbrella too. You've got the umbrella here, which will also die cut the umbrella out of the paper, and the characters. Then you've got the extra little items that we're going to be using. We've got the little bridge, the tree stump, butterflies I used on the scrapbooking layout I made on Monday. We've got a kite, and we've got some grass and an extra puddle, some kite tails, an extra little design, what do you call it, like detail piece for the kite. Yeah, so lots and lots of things in there. And of course, in the suite, we have to have some bling. So we've got the loose daisy embellishments, and I used a few of those on my scrapbooking layout on Monday as well. So they are super cute. All right. An additional item we are using today for our label on the front is our Stylish Shape dies, one of my favorite die sets. We're going to be using that as well. And interestingly, the largest square of this die measures 7.1 centimeters. So if you didn't want to hand cut your squares for this, you could actually use these dies and they would work as well. They're just a tiny little bit taller, like only 1 millimeter difference. But if you didn't want to cut them on your trimmer, you could actually die cut them if you had these dies too. So there you go. We're going to need some ink and some daubers. So we've got Pear Pizzazz, Balmy Blue, and we've got our Memento. Okay, so we've just got the 3 colours. So put those up there, and we need a dauber as well, which I've got out for our Pear Pizzazz. All right, so they're all the products. I'll pop those over here out of the way. Okay. All right, now back to all of our measurements. Now, with the designer series paper, I've already chosen which papers we're going to use. So we're going to have the pink for the outside, and then we're having the raindrops for the inside. So there's 2 different raindrops papers. This is the Balmy Blue one, and then there's a grey one as well that looks more sort of stormy, but we're having the Balmy Blue. So each of these panels is exactly the same size, so you need 2 of each. And these measure 6.5 centimetres by 10 centimetres. Okay, so that's what we're going to start with first, is our panels. And then I've got all of my little characters all die cut out, ready for my, my card. I think there should be another one. Is there another one? Hang on a minute. Did I miss one? I thought there was, oh no. There's just the 2. Wait a sec. Or is there a 3rd one that I've just put stuff on top of? Is the turtle in that one? Oh no, the turtle's in this one. It's all good. It's okay. I was thinking, where's my turtle? It's all right. There he is. I can see him in there. All right. So fussy cut and die cut. So I die cut the ones that could be die cut, that coordinated with those dies, and the other ones I have fussy cut. So I'll show you all of those as we go along. But first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to do, we need to do some stamping, and we also need to add our designer series paper. So we'll start with our stamping first, and I have already die cut. We're going to stamp onto our white. And I've already die cut our label for the front as well. So for the label, I use those stylish shape dies, and I've just used that, the short, large banner. So you've got the short ones and the long ones. I've used the short one, but the largest of the 2. Okay. And I've already die cut that so that I can just stamp straight onto it to make it a bit quicker. Okay, now the only stamping that we are doing is the sentiment. Oh yeah, and the rain, that's right. We are using the rain droplets to stamp on our 2 white squares for the front and the second layer. I'll show you. See, we've got the raindrops here in the background of these 2 pieces. So we're going to, yeah, just do those ones. Okay. So we'll do all of our stamping. So we'll do our sentiment first in the Memento. Move those squares to the side. Oh, Amber said, which products from this card are included in your fancy fold class? Oh, good question, Amber. I will let you know. So the products from this card that are included in the fancy fold, the playing in the rain fancy fold class are the specialty paper, the designer series paper, the Rain or Shine specialty designer series paper. You'll get 12 pieces, and they'll be cut at 6 by 12 inches. You're going to get the 1 pack of the loose daisies. And we are using some crinkle seam binding ribbon today. You're also going to get 2 meters of the crinkle seam binding ribbon in your project kit as well for the class. And you'll also get your project kits, and you get a PDF tutorial also. Okay, so that's the paper, the daisies, 2 meters of the ribbon, all your project kits for the 4 projects. So that's all of your cardstock that you need, any additional die cut pieces that you need, etc. And yeah, Did I cover everything, Amber? I think I got it all. So there you go. So those will be included in the class. All right, so let's stamp our sentiment. Now, oftentimes I stamp my sentiment first and then I die cut it, but I just thought to make things a bit quicker and easier today, I'll do it the other way around. But it means that sometimes it makes it a little bit trickier to line things up and get them straight. So let's see how we go. I do have another spare one. Oh, look, I did the first time. Yay, there we go. I did have a second one. I splotched my A a little bit. Let's do the second one. I had a spare backup just in case I botched it up. I always like to have a spare. I did go a little bit heavy-handed with my A, so we'll do another one. Let's see which one turns out best. Oops. There we go. Oh, yeah, that one's better because the A is not as blobby. All right, good. So that's that. So we will just do a little bit of stamping off on there before we take it to our Simply Chamois. Who loves their Simply Chamois for cleaning their stamps? Do you use a Simply Chamois or do you use a Stampin' Scrub? We've got the two different cleaners, two different cleaning tools in Stampin' Up, and they're both great. All right, so we've got our sentiment. I'll just pop that over to the side to dry. Now, with your raindrops, make sure that you have your raindrops up the right way. I've noticed a few times that the raindrops can accidentally get turned up the wrong way. So it should have the widest part of the raindrop at the bottom and the pointy part at the top. Okay. We are going to stamp these in, in Balmy Blue. Oh, just tipped my card over. Balmy Blue, and we're going to stamp off. So we're just going to have our cards on a diagonal, and if you've got some grid paper, you can use the grid on your grid paper to make sure you've got your diagonal lined up correctly, so tip to tip, so on the straight line there. And we're just going to ink up our stamp and then stamp off just quickly on the paper, and then we're just going to stamp some of these raindrops falling. There we go. So we've got our raindrops falling. Those ones look like they're coming in a little bit over at an angle. It's actually interesting when you're working with a square and you're turning it on the diagonal, that it throws your perception a little bit too. So that's why when you're stamping, it's good to have the grid paper so you can line up your points. Zana says she loves her Stampin' Scrub. She doesn't like the feel of the chamois. Yuck, yuck, yuck. It's very squeaky, isn't it, when you're cleaning with the chamois? Yeah, the Stampin' Scrub is great too. I like to use the Stampin' Scrub when I need to give my stamps a really good deep clean. And also too, if I've used Stays On, I like to use my chamois as well to give, not my chamois, sorry, my Stampin' Scrub to give it a really good deep clean. There we go. All right, so that is our stamping. So that's it for all of our stamping. All the other pieces, we will just do a little bit of inking on our grass, and I'll show you that in a moment. There we go, so that's nice and clean. All right, so those pieces are ready to go. Now they can be, you can add them onto your cardstock, but what I suggest you do first, before you do that actually, is to do the grass section. So we'll do that next. I'll show you on the actual card. So see how I've got the green grass on this diamond and on this diamond, just across the bottom corner there, just to sort of ground those little characters. So we'll create the grass now. as I said, we had that little square of green. Where did I put that now? I don't even know where I put it. Put it down somewhere. I've put something on top of it. That's okay. So I had that, oh, I was going to show you how to create it. Okay, where have I put it? It's here somewhere. Hang on, has it got caught up in here? No. It's not under there. No. Huh. I did show that little square of green. There it is. It's hiding. Okay, here we go. So we've got this little piece of green, which is the pear pizzazz. And I can't even remember the measurements now. I did tell you before, but I can't remember what I said. Was it 4? 3, 4. 4 centimetre square, okay? 4 centimetre square. And what we're going to do is we are going to create some grass across the bottom diagonal of each of these diamonds. So we're going to basically tear this across the middle. So to get it started, because it's hard to get it started from the very point, so what I found helpful was just to put a little snip in the corner with my paper snips and then tear across the diagonal. So just tear a little bit at a time, all the way across the diagonal, okay? And then, so we've got that one, you want to see the torn edge. So you want to see like the rough edge, the texture. And on the other side, you won't see that. But what you can do is you can flip that over. And so you can see that rough edge or the textured edge on both of those pieces. So then we're going to take a little bit of pear pizzazz. You like your chamois dimity? Yeah, that's awesome. Zana says, I have to say I'm naughty. I also use water-based baby wipes. Oh yeah, good old baby wipes. Like that's what we used to use all the time, wasn't it? Back in the day, that's all we had was baby wipes before we had all these fantastic cleaning tools. Okay, we're just going to go across the edge just to highlight that rough edge to make that look a little bit more like grass. But yes, you do have to be careful if you are using baby wipes, what is in those baby wipes, because some of them can have harsh chemicals that can damage your stamps. So you just need to be a bit careful. And I think using the water-based ones, Zana, that's a great thing to do. Okay, so there we go. So we just add a little bit of color there to the edge of our grass. That's all we need to do. So that is all done. And now we can adhere that to our white diamond and just make sure that we have that lined up along the edges there of our white cardstock. Okay, and the reason it's a good idea to do it now is if you happen to go off a little bit, then you can always trim it before you put it onto your balmy blue. There we go. So we just pop that down into that corner there. Make sure we've got that lined up. Yep, beautiful. And make sure you've got your raindrops going the right way when you do this too. It's very easy to get those raindrops up the wrong way. There we go. Okay, so that just helps to ground our little characters on the front of our card, so that they're not sort of just floating in the air. All right, so now that we've got those on there, we can mount those onto our balmy blue cardstock, and then we can do all the decorating. Okay, but before we do the decorating, we're going to do the DSP layers first. So we'll just add these on now. Oh, hey, Kevin, how you going? Great to have you with us. What time is it where you are right now? It must be, is it afternoon for you guys? Or is it evening? I can never remember. I know we've talked about the difference in the time zones so many times, but I always seem to forget. I think because I've got friends in different time zones all the time, and I'm always trying to work out who is on what time. Oh, 7 p.m. Wednesday. Oh, that's a decent hour. That's great. We are making today a fun gatefold card. I'm calling it a diamond gatefold card. I don't know if that's the actual name of it. I really should have checked that out. But this is the card we're making, Kevin. And for anyone else who might have just jumped on, we're making this cute little diamond gatefold card. We've got this little diamond on the front, which is just made with a square turned on its side, really easy. And then we've got these cute little scenes in here using the Rain or Shine suite. So that is what we are creating. I'm in the future. Yes, yes, we are over here in Australia. Oh, and it's 1 a.m. on Thursday in the UK for Zana. So Zana is the other end of the time zone. Over in the UK. So we've got UK, we've got America, we've got, is anyone here from New Zealand today? Got people from everywhere, which is awesome. So fun. All right, so these are our front panel and our second layer panel. So we'll pop those over to the side and we'll do our DSP. So what we're going to do is we are going to start with our front panels, and then we've got to add some ribbon before we do our inside panels. So we've got our two little pieces of Flirty Flamingo from the Designer Series paper. So this is that other rainy paper I was talking to you about, the one that looked like sort of stormy sort of colour. So we're actually going to put glue on that side, and we're going to attach these to the front. Oh, come on, glue. There we go. All right. So one on each side. Make sure you've got your design up the right way. Just check if you've got a directional design that you're using. Now you can create these fun fold cards or fancy fold cards with any DSP, of course, and you can decorate them up in all different ways. Dimity was showing ours, Omaha, Nebraska, USA. There we go. That's where Kevin is. I feel like when I say that, Kevin, I need to say it in an American accent. Omaha, Nebraska. But I probably do a very poor job of that, so I should probably just keep my own accent. What was I going to say? Yes, so Dimity showed us some of her beautiful cards on the weekend when we had our team gathering that she had designed using this this fancy fold card, using all different, she had used all different types of Designer Series papers and coordinating products, and they looked, no problem, mate, yeah. And they looked awesome. They looked really beautiful. All right, so that's our front two panels. Now, before we add our inside panels, we're going to add that ribbon around the left side. Now, I like to tie my ribbon when I'm doing ribbon that I'm tying an actual bow. I like to tie it straight from the spool of ribbon rather than trying to work out how much I actually need. So I'll just get this around the right way. There we go. I'd love to hear you say "no problem, mate" in an Australian accent, Kevin. It's so funny, you know, when oftentimes when people from America, they get the, not everybody, but some people, they get the Australian accent mixed up with the English accent. And oftentimes I've heard so many people say, oh, that didn't work, hang on a minute. I hear people say, are you from England? And yeah, and it's like, no, Australia, our accents are very different. So yeah, but I guess it depends, you know, I guess there are maybe some Australians who have come from England that have more of an English accent. I don't know. Now my bow is not sitting the way I want it. It's sitting sideways this time. I wanted it to sit acrossways. So hang on, let me try that again. I've got sticky fingers. It's sticking to me. Hang on a sec. Oh, hey, Martha, how you going? Are you going to watch on the replay? Almost done with your other card. Using the Irresistible Blooms. Oh, awesome. And we'll show it to you. But your sentiment will be a thank you card. Oh, it sounds lovely, Martha. I look forward to seeing it. All right, let's see if I can get this. Wait, I'm tying it that way. Let's try tying it this way if I want to get the bow sitting. Maybe on this one, I'll just have the bow sitting sideways. See, this is the trickiest part, I think, is tying a bow, especially when you're live on camera. It's always a challenge. And it's just not working for me today. I got the other one tied so beautifully. Hang on, let's go sideways like this. Let's move you out of the way. Maybe that's the problem. Under pressure now, guys. This ribbon does tie beautiful bows, but it is very, very soft ribbon. There we go. Oh, now we're heading in the right direction. Look at this. Hey, there's a song about that, but I won't sing it because then I might get in trouble from Facebook. Now my ribbon just twisted. Come on, ribbon. Oh, there we go. I think I've got it now. Okay. Oh, sorry, everyone. But yes, there you go. So that is the trickiest part of the whole project, is tying your ribbon and getting it to sit how you want it. Where does this belong? Through here. I don't know where that goes. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, we got there in the end. Oh my goodness. All right, let's trim these ends up a little bit. Okay, we can trim them up a little bit more again if we need to. Wow, I'm making this look so much more complicated than it really is. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open this. That will make it easier. Let's get the angle right on that tail end. There we go. Okay, then now this one's too long. Chat amongst yourselves while I play with my ribbon. There we go. I think I've got it now. Okay, oh boy. Right. Now, we're done. Okay, good. Okay, so that's how it should look. Something like that. Oh dear. And then you can just position that to where you want to have it before, get it in the right position before you adhere your inside panel. Okay, so I'm going to have it around about there. Looking at how I had it on my first one. Yeah, around about there. Okay, now when we adhere our next inside panel, it's going to cover up that ribbon, just so that it doesn't break up the seam on the inside, because if you had the ribbon coming around on the inside, it kind of breaks up that seam inside. So we don't want that. We want to cover it up. All right, so let's adhere our, oh, Dimity says she gets asked if she's from New Zealand. Oh, there you go. Yes, because we have a different accent from the New Zealanders as well. But that's a little bit, their accent is more similar to us than the English accent, I think. All right, so when you're adhering this raindrop paper, again, make sure you've got your raindrops up the right way. So the rounded part of the raindrop goes to the bottom and the pointy part at the top. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to adhere that there on the inside. Chitska said, well done. Shows we also can have problems making cards. Yes, that's right. Yeah, the ribbon is always, always a problem. Oh, Zana said, oh, very different. You have a twang and we don't. Yeah, exactly right. Yes, I think when we speak, I love the English accent. I think the English accent is a beautiful accent. I think sometimes when we speak, we sound a bit rough. Like we've got like this real sort of, I don't know, it's just like a different sounding accent. that it's, yeah. And I mean, it depends too, because even in different parts of Australia, we have different accents. I know that like some of my family come from the country. My mum's, like particularly my mum's family, like that generation. And in that part, like they do have a bit of a different accent to us as well. Some of the ways that they pronounce different words and things is a little bit different. So yeah, it just depends on whereabouts you are. Oh, hey Sam, how you going? Great to have you here. Yeah, so it just depends again on where you are. It's a bit like in America too. I know in America there's different, you can always tell if someone's from the South because they've got that Southern twang. So yeah, so it's very different. So there we go. So there's the basis of our card. And now we can add our triangles to the front. Our triangles, oh my goodness. Diamonds to the front, and we can decorate. So yeah, so just remember with your DSP that you have to start at the front and then go to the inside. Oh, but actually what we need to do is we need to decorate the inside first before decorating the outside, because the very outside layer, it has dimensions. So because we've added a lot of dimensionals there. And if you do that first and then try to do the inside, it'll be very bulky and uneven to adhere all of this. So we're going to decorate the inside first, then we'll come back to the outside. So yeah, DSP, outside to inside, decorating inside to outside. Okay, hopefully that all makes sense for everybody. All right, so let me open up the inside of my card over here so I can remember what I did. And here we go. Brenton said, when I was in New Zealand, I was asked where I was from in New Zealand. And then I have also been asked what part of England I'm from. I'm from here in Australia, but then I'm from South Australia, and apparently we have a bit of an English accent. Yes, the South Australians, I've got relatives in South Australia as well, and I think some of them have a slightly different accent too. Zana said we have localized accents. Norfolk has its own words and dialect. Ah, interesting. Lovely fun fold. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, it's a really cute one, this one. Alrighty, so let's see. I've got, all right, I need to pull out all of my little pieces and sort them into where they are going to go. So as I said at the beginning, I've already die cut everything and fussy cut those things that needed fussy cutting from the DSP, just to make it easier. All right, so we've got our little piggy, and our turtle is for the front, and our rabbit is the second layer. Got our piggy and our little doggy. We've got our tree stump goes with the doggy. The fence goes with the piggy. We've got grass over here for the doggy. And we've got one over here for the piggy. And then we've got all of our clouds. We've got lots of little clouds. Hang on, let me move the card out of the way while we sort all of these. All right, the puddle goes with the rabbit. We've got all these little clouds. Whoop. All right, now let's see, which cloud did I use where? I used that cloud with the piggy and one of the little ones, and a double one, which needs to be trimmed. One of those needs to be trimmed. And then for the doggy, I've got that cloud and the double cloud and that big cloud. And then I've got one of these clouds with the rabbit and the puddle. Got the puddle, yep. And then the turtle on the front gets the other two clouds. There we go. Okay, so I'll move him down so you can all see how I've all the different pieces. Okay, so that's all, that's what goes with what. Okay, so you can see all of those. Okay, makes sense? Yep, clear as mud, yep. Oh, thanks, Anna. Yeah, okay. So let's start with the little piggy first. All right, so I'm going to lay the bridge down, but I'm not going to glue that just yet. Now I've already measured where I needed to chop that bridge off, because the bridge, of course, went all the way over and had the extra, the end on it, but I've trimmed that down already to the width of this DSP. Okay, so I did that in advance as well. Now this is going to sit right down at the bottom, and I'm just going to hold it there while I work out where the piggy is going to sit, and you want his little feet to be standing on the bottom of that bridge. Let me move that up a little bit. Okay, so I'll put some glue onto piggy. All of the things on the inside of the card are all adhered flat. Okay, so you just use your multi-purpose liquid glue or your glue of choice. Okay, so we'll hold that bridge in place, but again, it's not stuck just yet till we get that in the right spot. There we go. Slippery on this DSP actually. All right, and then we'll slip our little piggy in there, and little piggy is going to stand on the bottom of the bridge. Oh, and then we can just check that that's right. Yeah, we certainly don't want little piggy's feet sticking out from underneath the bridge. That wouldn't look right. There we go. Okay, so we'll stick piggy, and now we can stick the bridge. Oh, Amber said she feels like the characters need some names. Yes, they do. Okay, everyone, we need some names for our little characters. What are we going to call this little piggy? He's very cute. What should we name the piggy? I think that's a great idea, giving them little names. Pink Piggy. We had, our last doggy had a pink piggy toy. We just called it Pink Piggy. Walter. What about Walter? Walter the pig. That's cute. Walter the pig. Has anyone got any better names for the little piggy? All right, there we go. So there we've got our bridge. Market. This little pig went to market. Yep. That's a good one. There we go. Priscilla. Oh, Priscilla pig. I like that. That's cute. Yes. All right. So I'll just let you know too, with the little pieces of grass that I've already die cut, I did use my sponge dauber and Pear Pizzazz ink, and I just went around the edges of the grass just to give it a little bit more color. So yeah, I did that ahead of time again, just to save time. So we're going to add diced bacon. Oh, Dimity said bacon, and then Brenton said diced bacon. Oh, that's so funny. You guys. Bacon. Hello, little bacon. I don't know. Hello, bacon. Hello, Priscilla. Hello. What else did we have? I forget what the other ones were. Market. Market. Oh, poor little piggy. Poor little piggy. There we go. Let's add some grass there. And then we'll add our chop. Oh, Zana. Pork chop. Christmas ham. As long as it's not Peppa Pig. No, we better not call it that. I might get in trouble from Facebook if we call it that. Oh, now this one, I'm going to chop off the edge of this cloud here. I should have probably done that before I stuck the DSP, but that's okay. Hopefully I'll get it reasonably straight. Let's see. We'll hope for the best. There we go. So that one's going to go off the edge. Yeah, that's good. What else have we got? Oh, crackling. I think you got a typo in there, Brenton, but I think that's meant to be crackling. Yes. Callie has a piggy toy called Bacon. Yes, she does actually. Not that she plays with it, but she does have a pink piggy toy called Bacon. It has a whole stack of squeakers in it. It's got like a 6-pack, this little piggy, and it's got all these squeakers in it, but she doesn't actually play with it. She used to when she was little. She doesn't really play with toys much now. But yes, we did call that one Bacon. Applesauce. Oh, I like that one. This is going to be the pig with the the pig with the most names. It's going to have the longest name. We put them all together. We could have surname. Oh, Bacon would be a good surname, don't you reckon? Bacon would be a good surname, I think. All right, so I'll put this one down here. And this one, sweet and sour pork. That's a good one. I hope you're going to have as good names for all the other characters, you guys. You're coming up with some good ones. There we go. Okay, so there's our little piggy. Now we've got some little embellishments as well. We'll add a couple of these on there too, our little flowers, our loose daisies. These are in a couple of different sizes too, by the way, in case you didn't know that. So we want a medium size and a small one, which happened to just come out on my sticky fingers. So there you go. That worked out well. Amber says, I think we need some vegetarian friendly names for the other characters. Yes. Yes. For our vegetarians out there, right, Amber? Turtle soup. Oh, I like turtles, Brenton. I think turtle soup would make me feel sad. I know though that they are eaten in parts of the world. All right, so we're going to add this little flower up here. This is the smaller one. And this one is going to be added down the bottom. So if you have trouble handling these little flowers, you can use your take your pick tool to pick them up. I just didn't grab mine out. I mean, it's right beside me. I could grab it, but I just didn't. There we go. Okay, so that's our little piggy scene finished. So thank you, Bacon. Priscilla. No, what are we calling him? Priscilla. Oh, well, him. He, she. Let me see. What have we got? Margaret, Priscilla, Bacon, diced bacon, chop, Christmas ham, crackling, applesauce, sweet and sour pork, Mr. Crispy Bacon. Oh, I like that, Lisa. That's very clever. Mr. Crispy Bacon. Crispy Bacon. I like that. That's a good one. I think that's the best one. Oh my goodness. What else have we got? Oh, you like turtles too, Brenton? Oh, good. I'm glad. Shelby Turtle. I like that. Shelby Turtle. Yes. Tabitha Turtle. She Be Right Turtle. Yeah. Oh, you guys are making this so fun. I love this. All right. So next we're going to create our little, okay. So do you reckon this is a dog or a wolf? What do you think? Do you reckon it's a dog or a wolf? I think it looks like a dog with a little black. It reminds me of a blue cattle dog, actually, that we have here in Australia. Because Australia, there you go. I sounded very, very Aussie then, didn't I, Australia? Yes, I feel like the colorings are similar to a blue cattle dog. So I think it's a dog. Oh, you think it's a blue heeler? Yes. Yes, well, blue cattle dog and a blue heeler, they're different, right? They're different types of dogs? Or is a blue heeler another name for a blue cattle dog? I don't know. Very good question. But yeah, anyway, so we're working with this one next. So we need names for this little guy. So hit me with all your awesome names. Okay, so I'm going to add some glue to the bottom of this piece of grass, and you may notice that the grass is in two directions, which is awesome. Thankfully, it's not one direction. There's a band called that. And I'm going to attach that to the back of the tree stump there. Okay, and then we can add the tree stump to the card. Oh, I'm going to put a bit of glue over this side too. Okay, so tree stump's going down the bottom here. Again, the grass has been inked with the Pear Pizzazz and the sponge dauber. You could ink the tree stump too if you wanted to. I didn't, but it has got embossed detail on it. So, yeah, so you don't have to, but you can if you want to. All right, and then the other piece of grass is going in the front. Rover. Rover is such an Aussie name for a dog, I reckon. Don't you think? Okay, And I'll pop this one down. Sorry, I've got my head down. I will look back up in a moment at all of the comments for all of the names. There we go. All right, let's see. What have we got? Patches. Oh, Patches is a good one. Bluey. Yeah, Bluey. He doesn't look like Bluey though. No, he doesn't look like Bluey. Very true. But Brenton likes the name Bluey. Zaina says Woofer. Sam says Patches the dog. Yes, he's got a patch over his eye, so that would be a good one. Deefa. I like that one too. Deefa dog. Deefa dog. That's a good one, Zana. Oh, you've all coming up with such great names. Black Eye. Yeah, that's a good one. Chitska. Yeah. And, oh, Brenton's got one for the rabbit. Regina Rabbit. Oh, I like that. That's really cool. Zana said we had a dog called Deefa. D for dog. Ah, there you go. Yeah, I like that. That's really cute. All right, so our little dog is going to be dancing on the tree stump because he's dancing in the rain. He likes the rain. There we go. So he's going to be standing up on the tree stump with one foot because he's going to be dancing. There's a song about that too, but again, I won't sing it. There's a song for just about everything, isn't there? I won't sing it because Facebook might get cranky with me and ban my Facebook Live or something. It's happened before. Or edit out the all the audio. I've had that happen too. So yeah, so have to be careful about music and copyright and things like that. So we've got to do the right thing. We have to do the right thing. All right, so D for dog, Rover, Black Eye, Patches, Woofer, Bluey. You have lots of names, little dog, although, yeah, you're not really blue for Bluey, so I don't think Bluey fits. It's a good suggestion, but I don't think Bluey kind of fits with you, little one, but I like all those other ideas. So there you go. So that one is done. Now we'll add our little embellishments here. I really like the little white daisies. They're my favorite. I'm going to grab my take your pick tool this time. So we'll get a really large one out. And, oh, there's 3 sizes actually. There's a large and a medium and a small. There's a medium size one. And let's see if I can find a tiny one. There we go. There's a tiny one. The little teeny tiny one's hard to see even. So little. And it's very hard to see now that I've laid them down on white, isn't it? It's all right. You'll see them better in a moment when I put them down on the card. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue over here. Just going to dab just the tiniest little bit. Just a tiny dab over there for the littlest one. Oops. And I'll use my take your pick tool to place that where I want it. There we go. And we're going to have another one over here. And we'll have another one up about here. There we go. I'm having a look on my original. Oh my goodness, look what I just did. I went to put the wrong lid. Went to put my take your pick tool lid on my glue. I wasn't even looking. I just picked up something that I thought was a lid. And it is, but it's the wrong lid. Silly me. Because I'm looking at the other card, so I wasn't looking at what I was actually doing. I really need to look at what I'm doing, don't I? There we go. Oh, you stick on there. Come on. Stick, stick. Thank you. It's got a little bit of extra glue there. I'll just scrape that away with my pokey pokey tool. There we go. So there's our 2 inside little scenes done. So aren't they just so cute? So adorable. All right. And now we've got to create the one that goes on this side. So what actually might be easiest to do is to create the scene on your diamond first before adhering it on there, because this wants to keep on popping up. So yeah. Oh, Dimity said that dog is not Sparky. He would melt in the rain. My lily ponds are not safe. Oh, that's funny. Dimity's dog Sparky loves being in the lily pond. Brenton said, I did not even recognize that. I thought there were 2 sizes. Yeah, no, there's 3. Oh, and Sam said you're not the only one, Brenton. Yeah, so she thought there were only 2 sizes as well. So there you go. You learned something new today. So now I'm missing a cloud somewhere. There should be another big cloud. Did I add the wrong cloud somewhere? I did. I've put the big one inside here. It should have been the smaller one. That's okay. That'll still work. So this one the smaller one should have been in there, and this bigger one was for this layer. But that's okay. We'll just switch them over. They're not that different in size, so it's all good. All right, our little rabbit. Our little rabbit is going onto this piece here, and he's going to have the puddle under his foot. So we're going to add the puddle. Well, let's actually just line this up again on our grid paper to get that angle right. Is that on the right line? No, it's not. See, lucky I'm using my grid paper. There we go. All right. So the puddle is going to go down the bottom here, and then we're going to have the bunny. So this puddle was fussy cut from the DSP, in case you were wondering. This is not the stamp. There is a stamp that has a puddle, but it's I think it's larger. Yes. Oh, well, there's a small one and then the large one. So when you stamp the rabbit, it does stamp with the puddle, but when you die cut it, the die doesn't cut out the puddle. It only cuts out the rabbit. Just so keep that in mind. Or you can stop the die just before, stop rolling the die through just before you get to the foot, and then roll it back out again, and then you can just fussy cut out the puddle so that it's still attached. You can do it that way too. If that sounds too complicated, yeah, you can. There are puddles that are separate. So because we're using the designer series paper, I fussy cut the puddle from the paper, and it's got that beautiful UV coating on it, so it's a little bit shiny as well, just like the images, the other images on the designer series paper. All right, so we'll attach the puddle down the bottom here. Oop, up a little bit higher. Oh, I've gone too low. There we go. Can go off just a little bit off the edge. And then we'll attach our bunny. All right, so our rabbit, what are we calling our rabbit? Let me know. Hit me with some rabbit names. Cute little rabbit playing in the puddles. All right, there you go, little bunny. What are we calling our bunny? There we go. So bunny is easy. Bunny is just the bunny and the puddle, and we already had made the rain and the... Actually, I've just noticed the way that I've stamped the rain is at a little bit of an angle. So there must be a bit of wind blowing because it's blowing the rain at an angle. So all good. That happens in real life. It's all good. Okay, so we've got Willow, Stockpot Bunny. Oh, poor bunny. Okay, so we'll adhere bunny on the front. Now what we're going to do is we're closing this side of the card, and bunny's going on here. Benny Bunny. That's cute. Benny Bunny. I've never had a rabbit. I used to have guinea pigs actually when I was a kid, but I never had rabbits. I always wanted a rabbit. I was never allowed to have a rabbit. So, all right, so we're going to put some glue on here. Oops. Now we don't want to go past the midsection of that diamond, okay, because we don't want to get the glue on the inside of the card. Okay, so don't go past that midsection. In fact, I'm just going to rub a little bit of that off. I felt like I went a bit far. Okay, so the glue is on the outside. Okay, got to line this up with the... Okay, hang on, guys. I've got to concentrate here. I've got to line this up with the edge of the white cardstock. Okay, so I'm lining up the tips of the diamond with the edge of the cardstock. Hopefully I've got that reasonably in the middle. Okay, and then press down once you've got that lined up. Okay, and then just check that you don't have any glue showing on that side, and if you do, you'll have to take it off or use your adhesive eraser or your embossing buddy to take off any sticky that might have oozed out, but thankfully I didn't get any, so that's good, because you don't want that piece to stick to the inside of your card when you close it. Okay, and then we'll add that extra little cloud, which was supposed to be the slightly bigger one, but it's okay. This one will still work. They're very close in size, and this cloud is going to go up here. Okay, all right, so that layer is done. So now we're ready to do the front layer, and we are nearly there. So we'll move the card over to the side for the moment while we just make the front layer. And I'm going to get a baby wipe to just wipe my hands, because I am, oh, we've got some more names. Roger the Rabbit, Reggie, Benny. Was Benny one that we already had? Yeah, Benny. So Willow, Stockpot Bunny, Roger the Rabbit, Benny, Reggie. Reggie's cute. I like Reggie. Reggie's cute. And Benny Bunny. Benny Bunny. That's a good alliteration. Is alliteration? Is that the word? Stampin' Up likes their alliterations, don't they? Especially with their ink pads. Pear Pizzazz, Balmy Blue. I think it needs to be Reggie Rabbit. Reggie Rabbit. Very cool. Or Roger the Rabbit. All right, so get all that sticky off my hands, and we'll create the front. Now, why did I have those extra ones? I had extra pieces here, and I'm just trying to think, why did I have those extra pieces? Because they're different. They're for another card, I think. They're for the other card. There's another card that's been made with this suite, which you haven't seen yet. I haven't shared it yet. Okay, so let's create our front panel. Actually, Amber might have chucked them in. Amber, did you chuck these ones in that tub? Are these for that other card? Can you remember? They're not for this card. And that was confusing me, because I'm like, hang on, what are these extra bits? I think they're for that other card, aren't they? They were the ones that you were playing with the other day, or maybe they're extra bits that you'd cut out, because Amber was cutting out a whole heap of the characters as well. So she's been very busy with this suite also. They were the DSP pack leftover pieces. Oh, okay. So they belong in the DSP pack. Oh, I pulled them out of the DSP pack when I pulled the DSP out. Ah, that's right. Thank you. I remember seeing them in there now. I'll pop them back in the packet with the DSP. Thank you, because I saw them in there and I was getting so confused. Now I remember pulling them out when I was showing everyone the DSP. It's all good, everyone. There's lots going on my desk, you know. Gets a bit confusing. All right, so our little turtle. Now we are going to have our turtle and our sentiment, which is going to hang off the edge of our label. Now, all of this is going to be popped up onto some dimensionals, but our rain clouds are going to remain flat. Okay, so our rain clouds will go up there, and then our turtle's going to hang over a little bit. So let's pop some dimensionals onto our turtle and onto, actually I feel like I need to move this on the other side and move this over, because I'm right-handed and I felt like it was in my way. Okay, so we can pop the card here. We'll get some dimensionals, and I'm just going to use my minis today. Oh goodness, I'm undoing the wrong ends. There we go. All right, so let's see, we need lots of dimensionals on our turtle. And the back part of his shell is going to hang off, so I won't put anything too close to the edge. And with my sentiment, I'm going to put the turtle on first and then work out the placement of the sentiment, because we've got to be careful where we put the dimensionals on the sentiment so that they don't overhang onto the other layer. All right, so we'll position our little turtle. Turtle is going to go over this side, down about, having a look on my original card, down about there. Yep, that's about right. Make sure I've got this straight. So he's standing up. So he's standing up straight. We want him to be standing up straight. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we've got our turtle. We'll adhere our clouds. Tommy Turtle! Yay! Reggie. Oh, Reggie Rabbit. Oh, you said Regina Rabbit before. Well, Regina or Reggie Rabbit. They both go. Tommy Turtle. Didn't we have a Tommy Turtle? We had a Tommy Turtle. Was that... Wait, was that one of you, a toy of you kids when you were little? Or was that one of Molly's toys when we had Molly, our puppy? I can't remember now. Tommy Turtle. Tommy Turtle rings a bell. You have to remind me, Amber, where Tommy Turtle came from. Tommy Turtle. Terry Turtle. Tommy's a cuter name, I think, for a little cute little turtle. Terrence Turtle. That could be cute too. What other T names are there that would go with turtle? So cute. Well, I think he looks like Franklin myself. Do you all know Franklin Turtle? He was, when I first saw this suite, that's what the turtle in this suite reminded me of, was Franklin. And when I first showed this suite, when it first came out, or when we first got it, I actually had one of my children's old Franklin books, and I was showing everybody the book, because that's what this turtle reminds me of, is Franklin. Tabitha Turtle. Tabitha, yeah, that's a nice one. Tabitha Turtle. Timmy Turtle. That's a good one too. All right, so now with our sentiment, we want to pop our sentiment down here so that it's hanging off the edge. But we're going to have to be really careful with the positioning of our dimensionals so that they don't overhang that piece. So you'll have to check from the back when you flip it over, just to make sure that they don't hang over the edge. So let's just line this up again. And I'll see if I can get some dimensionals in there. So I want one on this corner, definitely. And I should fit one down on this corner, just. And then, whoops. So there, and then I might fit another one here next to that one. Let's see. So you can position those in place and then flip your cardstock over and just check to see that they're not going to poke out. Oh, I can probably fit another one in under there actually. Let's see. They're a little bit slippery too, so it's hard when they've still got their backings on them. It's a bit hard because they are a little bit slippery. Okay, so that one's going to stick out a little bit too far. So I might remove that one. And instead, I'll put one up a little bit higher. Oops. In the middle here. And check that. Okay, let's see how that will go there. Like that. Flip that over. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so that's how I've put the dimensionals on the back. So just sort of along that diagonal of the corner. But yeah, you'll just have to test to see as you put it down to make sure that they're not going to peek out outside of that diamond. Keep calling it a diamond. It's not really a diamond shape. A diamond shape is more elongated, isn't it? But anyway, we'll call it a diamond for today. It's a square on its side, a square on the diagonal. All right, so now I can use my grid paper to line this up to make sure that I get that sentiment nice and straight. And then I'll just see how I've used my grid paper to make sure that the bottom edge of my sentiment label is aligned with the grid paper. And then I'll just turn it over again just to make sure I don't have any dimensionals showing. And I don't, so that's good. Good, good, good. There's just a little mark from the other one that I pulled off. I'll just try and push that back in. It's just the tiny little bit of the sticky just stayed behind, so I'm just pushing that back in underneath there. I didn't quite get all the sticky off. There we go. That's good. All right, and now we can add this one on the front. Now, when we add this one to the front, we want it to line up exactly over this one. Okay, so that when the card is closed, you don't see that one underneath. All right, so it might line up a little bit over. It should line up almost on that edge of the white, that straight edge. It should line up almost on that white edge with your points, but to just double check that it covers up the one underneath. Okay, so if it might go like 0.5 millimeter over the edge, that's okay. So again, just make sure that you don't put glue across that midsection so that it doesn't adhere to the layer underneath. So just put your glue just inside that midsection. And put plenty of glue on there because this is the front piece. We don't want that coming up. There we go. All right, flip it back over. And now we'll line that up. And just watch your ribbon too. Be careful not to stick it on your ribbon, on top of your ribbon, like I nearly just did. Okay, so we'll line that up. Line it up over the top of the other diamond. And you shouldn't see the other diamond underneath it. Like that. Okay, just check that there's no glue. And then once you're happy with that alignment, then you can press that down. There you go. And you might even want to turn it over and press it from the inside as well. Make sure that all sticks. There we go. Great. And now we've got to add our little flowers. So we'll get our 3 sizes of flowers again, our little white ones. How are we going for time? I haven't even looked. Oh my goodness, it's 12:43. I don't know what time I started though, because I think I did start late because of the issues I was having, the technical issues. So I don't know what time I actually started. I didn't actually look. I should have, shouldn't I? But that's okay. All right, so we get our 3 different sizes. Oh, we've got 2 of the same there. Where's our really big one? Is that one of the big ones? No, that's the same. Is that a big one? No, that's the same too. Oh, I have got the 3 sizes there. That one's a bit smaller. Yes, okay. All good. And some of them you'll notice, actually, let's just check this one. Is that smaller or is that the same? Oh, no, that's the same. Okay. Some of these are actually a little bit misshapen, which I don't mind actually, because, you know, flowers are never perfect. But it's really interesting. Amber and I were looking at these yesterday and she was saying it's like, you know, have you ever seen those candies that they make that have the different pictures on the inside? Have you seen how they make those when they pull the candy and then they color it and then they lay it all together a special way to create, oh, they're so talented the way they do it. And then they roll it all out. And then when they cut it, it has the picture on the inside. It's kind of like these, like, it looks like that's how these have been created, something similar to that. You jumped on at 11:15, so it's about an hour and a half. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it would probably take a little bit more time today making this card. Thankfully, we had die cut everything ahead of time because otherwise we would have been here for much longer. Tobias Turtle. Oh, I like that too. My nephew's name is Tobias. Yeah, oh, there you go. Oh, you remember the Franklin books, Lisa? Yeah, you loved them. Yeah, they were so great, weren't they? When we were having our, we had a big clean out in January, which is kind of ongoing. We're still cleaning out stuff. And we turned up our Franklin books as well. They turned up, the kids' Franklin books. I'd packed them away with all of the children's books, which I had kept, some of which we've now culled, but a lot of them we did keep for, you know, future generations, because I think children's books are so important. I love books, especially children's books. I think they're just really important, and I always made sure my children had lots and lots of books. They didn't really enjoy reading when they got older, but they did enjoy reading when they were younger. They might beg to differ, but they did. Oh no, this one's gotten stuck on the glue now. I think my glue tip needs cleaning. It's all sticky. Can I get that back onto there? Hang on a minute while I do this little bit of surgery. There we go. Okay, I'll pop this one down here. That's one of those slightly misshapen ones. It's a little bit more elongated. It's more oval than circle. And the little tiniest one, for the little tiniest one, I'm actually going to dab the glue onto the card rather than try and put it on the little tiny flower because they're just so little. There we go. We just want the tiniest little dab of glue, and then we'll pop that one down there. Oop, it's wanting to stick to my take your pick tool. There we go. Let's use the other end and push it down. Push all of those down. There we go. And we are done. There is our card. So a little bit fussy, a little bit fancy, because, you know, it is a fancy fold, but I think it turned out really cute. So a little ribbon all caught up there. So there you go. And you've got room there to write your sentiment. Oh, I've got all bits of sticky in there now. So what do you think? Let me just scroll back and see some of these comments. It's a great fun fold. Yeah, it is a good one, isn't it, Brenton? Yeah, I was so thankful that Dimity showed us on Saturday during our team gathering how to make these. And that's the fun thing about our team gatherings is we often have, well, we actually caught Dimity on the hop on the weekend because she wasn't expecting to present to us or hadn't teamed that up with her, but she was showing us some of the cards that she'd been making. And I said, oh, we have to learn how to make that. And she said, okay, I can show you. And so she did an impromptu demonstration for us and showed us right there and then. So that was really great. Often I pre-arrange with my team members to present a project for us, or sometimes I demonstrate myself. But yeah, so it was just an impromptu one, and it turned out so well. So we were so thankful. You love this card, Xana. Oh, great. And thank you so much for sticking around, Xana. It must be getting quite late for you now. Well, early in the morning. But yeah, just really cute. I feel like this little one here doesn't have any flowers because this layer lays over the top of it, we want this to be very flat. Okay, so that's why I didn't add any flowers to there because I didn't want to add any extra bulk. So yeah, that one doesn't have flowers, but all the other layers have flowers. So there you go. Lisa said, yes, that's probably how they make it. Yeah, like the candy. I watch the YouTube videos. Oh, you watch their YouTube videos when you're bored. There's a shop at the Rocks called Sticky. Oh, and they make the candy. Yeah. So the first time we saw them make it was up at the Big Banana up in Coffs Harbour. The kids, when they were little, they used to love going to visit the Big Banana and watch them create the candy there in their lolly shop there. Oops, hang on. There's a few comments I've got to scroll back up. Oh, Xana said she loved the books from early age. Yes. Oh, you had the love of books from early age. Let me reread that. Oh, that's really good. That's awesome. Dimity loves books. She's got many children's books. And did you know that Humpty Dumpty had a little sister? No, I didn't. Oh, there you go. Such a cute card, says Lisa. Chitska said, great card, love it. Sam says, can't wait to get this DSP and the bundle. Yes, Sam is joining in my class. So she's very excited about the class coming up. Xana said, got cataracts, so find it hard reading at the moment. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Xana. Are you looking at having your cataracts rectified? Are you having surgery for that or laser treatment or something? That would be very frustrating. Yeah. Oh, no good. Super adorable card, says Heather. Thanks, Heather. Oh, hey, Laurie, how you going? You'll have to watch the replay. Oh, you definitely will. This is such a great fun fold card. And we played with the Rain or Shine suite to decorate it. Super, super fun. Shared to your group. Oh, thanks so much, Sam. I appreciate that. That's very helpful. Thank you so much. It's 1:50 a.m. where you are, Zana. Oh my goodness, you need to go to bed. You're one of my mob. I'm a late night owl too. I'm always up really late. I'm lucky to get into bed before 2 a.m. Although I'm trying really hard to get into bed by 12. I think I've done it once or twice. Brenton said he bought sticky candy for his 50th party favors. Oh, cool. Some of my favorite old school hard candy. Yes, the old school hard candy is awesome, isn't it? So awesome. I really miss the Darryl Lee. What were the Darryl Lee little ones called that you used to get in the little jars? Oh goodness, it's gone out of my head. I used to love those. When the kids were little, I used to buy it for them for treats, like for when it was Christmas or their birthdays and stuff too. Her name is Dimity. Her name is Dimity. The turtle? The turtle's name is Dimity? Is that what you're referring to, Dimity? Oh, Xana said later this month with luck, she's going to get her cataracts fixed. Oh, that'll be good, Xana. You'll notice such a big difference because I know quite a few people that have had their cataracts rectified with surgery, and they've noticed such a big difference. Actually, Kevin, who was on here earlier, I think he's popped off now. Kevin just had his done, and he can't believe the difference. So, Bo Peeps, they were the ones from Darryl Lee, Amber? Yes, Bo Peeps. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Humpty Dumpty's sister. Her name is Dimity. Oh, there you go. Oh, well, there you go. You're famous, Dimity. Lisa said she's going to order some of the, she bought some of the, or is ordering some of the sticky candy for your son's wedding next year as favors for the wedding. Oh, wow. That's awesome. I'm going to have to look that store up. Do they sell online? While we're chatting, I'm going to tip the camera up. Hang on one sec. Keep chatting. Don't go away just yet. Let me tip the camera up so I can finish chatting to you. If they sell online, I might have to order some. I'll have to look them up. All right, I'll just adjust this. There we go. Oh, I forgot to flip. There we go. I'll flip. There we go. That happens. I do that from time to time. Actually, I've been doing it a lot lately because I've been... Up you go, light. Come on, stay there. Stay. That one's always temperamental because I put these lights into all weird and wonderful positions, and sometimes they don't like it. But I think it's going to stay, so all good. Oh, yes. So keep chatting to me. So the sticky candy, I have to write that down. Sticky candy. Is it called sticky candy or sticky lolly shop, or is it just called stickies? What's it actually called? Sticky. Is it sticky candy store? Yeah, you have to let me know in the comments, Lisa, what it's called. Angela, oh hey Angela, I didn't see you jump on. You've been hiding in the wings, have you? Great to have you here, Angela. Angela says that yes, Bo Peeps, love them too, and you can still find them. Oh, can still find them in the lolly shops. Ah, awesome. Actually, I went to Big W a couple of weeks ago, my first big shopping trip, which didn't last for very long because I couldn't walk for very long, but I noticed in Big W, they had like a little stand in the middle of where they have all the lollies, and they had some Darryl Lee stuff there, but I don't remember seeing Bo Peeps. They had the Rocky Road and some of the other chocolates, but I didn't remember seeing Bo Peeps there. Brenton said they sure do. That's how you got yours. Ah, online. Okay. Sticky candy. Thank you, Brenton. Online. Oh boy. Okay. Mandy needs to go and do some online shopping. Sticky.com.au. Thank you, Lisa. I'm writing it down. Sticky.com.au. Oh, I'll have to go and check that out. I think Amber and I will have to have a look. Maybe tonight. She's got to go out this afternoon. So she probably won't have time this afternoon, but maybe we can look tonight when she gets home. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so glad that you enjoyed my card today. And thank you so much for making today so fun with all of the little character names. And yeah, all the chat and the chat about the lollies, the candy. So cute. So I hope that you enjoyed this project, and I hope that it's inspired you to try and make one of these fancy fold cards, whether or not it's with this suite or whether or not it's with another suite. And if you do, send me a message and send me some photos. I'd love to see what you create. So yes, I'm calling this a diamond gatefold card. I am going to actually I'll do some Google searching and see if I can find exactly what this fold is called. But to me, I think it looks like a diamond fun fold, a fancy fold. Fun fold, fancy fold, whatever you want to call it. Oh, you already did? So is that you already Googled it, Chitska, or you already shopped at the sticky.com.au? Which are you referring to? I already did. You'll have to let me know in the comments. Thanks for the fun. Oh, you're welcome, Sam. I'm glad you enjoyed it today. It's been a lot of fun today's live. It has gone long, but I think we've had a lot of fun together. So, yeah. Oh, Zana said, I bet By the Bay would look amazing with this. It would too. By the Bay. Oh, I might have to do one in By the Bay. The By the Bay suite, that would be gorgeous as well in this card. If you make one, make sure you send me the pictures. I want to see them. Oh, Chitska said she's already made this card fold. Yes. So Chitska was the one who altered the original measurements to make it much easier. So everything was sort of in 7s. So each of the panels is 7 centimeters. The inside is 14 centimeters. The whole long piece of basic white is 28 centimeters. And the blue, whoop, there we go. The blue diamond is 7 centimeters. So yeah, 7, 7, 7, 7. Makes it so much easier than trying to, because I was going to try and do it from an original full piece, which was 29.7 centimeters. But then you've got so many points of centimeters and it just gets too confusing. So yeah. So Chitska, I don't think I saw your finished project. So you have to make sure you send me photos of your finished project, because I saw it when we were just designing the template, but I didn't see your finished project. So you have to send it to me. I look forward to seeing it. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today. Thank you for the fun. Thank you for the link for sticky.com.au. I'll definitely check that out. Get some of that yummy rock candy. That's what I think we call it, rock candy here in Australia, don't we? Or maybe it's called something different now. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much. Oh, you will do? Fantastic. I look forward to seeing them, Chitska, your photos. All right, well, have a great rest of the day. And we're coming up on the weekend again. How does that happen so quickly? It feels like I only just said that yesterday. But I hope you all do have a wonderful weekend. I think we're in for some beautiful weather this weekend. The last couple of days has been quite warm and lovely. Cooler in the evening, so that's good. Now that we are in autumn, I have to keep thinking what season we are in. But anyway, whatever you do, have a great time. I hope you get some crafting done. So remember to send me photos of your cards if you create one of these fancy fold cards. I'd love to see them. And thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you all again really soon. I'll be back on Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. We're still on daylight savings for a few more weeks. Well, actually, only probably a couple more weeks, not much longer now. So I look forward to seeing you then. If not, hopefully again next Thursday. Oh, Zana said we've got some snow coming. Oh, where do you get the measurements? I will put the measurements for this card over on my blog. That'll be up tomorrow, probably. I think it should be up tomorrow. And I'll have all the measurements there for you. But I did give all the measurements earlier in the video as well. So if you wanted them today, you can always go back and have a look towards the beginning of the video when I gave all those measurements. So, but yeah, they will be all on my blog, and I will post a photo of this card here in my business page when I've got it ready up on my blog, and I'll have a link directly over to that blog page. For this project. So you'll be able to find it, Zana. So just keep checking back in the next day or two for that over here on my page, and you'll be able to find them. All right, awesome. Good, good, good. Just checking the last couple of comments. Oh, you don't like the snow, Zana? Well, I love going to visit the snow, but then again, I've never lived in the snow, so it might be a different story if I was actually living in the snow, but I like to visit the snow. Mind you, I haven't been for many years now, but yeah. Anyway, well, you take care in the snow, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Hopefully next Thursday, Zana. If not, then Monday as well. Although I don't know if my Monday time matches up with your time zone. Anyway, I'll let you go. Zana, you need to go to bed. It's nearly 2 a.m. there. Or it is 2 a.m. there now. Yeah, 2 a.m. Yep, there you go. All right, well, take care, everyone. I look forward to catching up with you all again really soon. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye.